up and I feel like cash. Wake up and I feel like M's. My foot stays pressed on the gas. I'm glad I don't feel like them. They might just get flexed on. Got that spice like Szechuan. Can't be touched, I'm Teflon. Once I met Zac Efron. Go hard for the bros and the bros hot mine. Don't think for a sec that I won't drop on. Wanna stay for the show? Just log on to RoneDotCom. Get knocked off and we still rock on. Come to the pound, see a real top dog. Wanna stay for the show? Then just log on to RoneDotCom.
Respect in every aspect. RoneDotCom. Another day. More cash and more life to all you brothers and sisters out there. Shout the fuck out to all you guys for tapping in. Get the fuck going up in the fucking chat, bro. Fire this shit off one time, rocket ship style. Hell yes, bro. I thought we were about to run the intro again. Do we have to? Because we can if we need to, bro. That's how fired the fuck up it gets me. Big up. Respect to everybody out here. We got a fucking big-ass show. We're going to get to the basketball game. We're going to dissect the summer house and say who the fucking winners and losers and who we need some shit from. We're going to get into Gay Pat being child-phobic, being prejudiced against kids, wanted to have so much gay sex that he hates children. We're going to get into Cullinane also hating children. Bigot. We're going to get into Mook Can't Sleep versus Fishbowl. We're going to get into all of that shit. And we're going to have fucking Kirk coming on early on in this stream to talk about this shit. This is also your show. So everybody on Twitter's being like, oh, we should talk about this. We should talk about that. 100%, bro. We're going to talk about that. We can even fucking start from the rip, dude. And chat shit. You know Kirk, bro? Shut up, bro. One time, shut up for me one time, please. Yeah, it's going to be a big one. We have a lot of new content to get to. I have a video coming out today that I haven't even told anybody about. How's that for fucking being coy and sly? We did yoga for slobs. On Monday, we said, run it back. We'll do wine for slobs. And I guarantee that it will have produced an all-time clip, which we will preview later on in this show, with a certain Barstool employee getting his ass kicked by a bottle of Pinot Noir. It's hard to open bottles. You know, we haven't seen someone struggle to open a bottle that badly since Smitty put the bottle in the base of a shoe, smacked that bitch against the wall just to get the cork out. Shout out to you guys in the motherfucking chat. They're saying Team Montoya. Okay. Rone is too smart to buy into the ant propaganda. See, I don't know what the ant propaganda. Are we talking about Ant Edwards? Are we talking about ants? Are we talking about the actual, the insect ants? Jack Wiper versus TJ R&R? Love that. Choose love one time? Love that. Most dangerous game show ever returning? Probably not. Okay, that was too big of budget. Now we're making everything on our most dangerous weapon that we have, the telephone. Just like my boy Wallow used to say. Shout out to Wallow. Ants versus Bug Life. Of course it's Bug Life. Come on, bro. Ants was good, but that's what started the entire revolution. Also, is it true that every Pixar movie was developed over one lunch? That, like, they went out to lunch one time? Have you heard that they went out to lunch and every Pixar movie for, like, the 15 years after that lunch was mapped out during one lunch? How did they know when to jump from one idea to the next? Exciting and fantastic stuff. Rone, when are you going to be in Destin? I was lying to you. I'm not going to be in Destin. I've never been to Destin, and unless there's a good-ass reason for me to get to Destin, I'm not going to be in Destin anytime soon. We need to see Sass's hockey skills. I bet they're better than everybody thinks. I'll say that. We saw Sass rollerblade around this office in a circle one time, and he was faster than everybody else on the yak. So I bet that he has a little bit of stick handling. Rone to Iran. Unfortunately, that does not look very likely right now because of the travel embargo put on Iran and the U.S. and Iranian relations right now. If you listen to what our president said 1 or 2 days ago about Iran, he basically said, it's not good right now between us. And for him to say that, for him to be pessimistic about a deal getting done in Iran, speaks poorly for my ability to go to, the Kish Islands or whatever the fuck. L travel ban. It is an L travel ban. Too many countries, bro. Why are they coming at my boys from Venezuela? What's wrong with my boys from Venezuela? Why are they coming at the Haitians? Haitians can't even come here. We have We have sanctions on the poorest country to ever walk. I could fix those relations. I think I could, honestly. Lock me in a fucking room with the president of Haiti. Lock me in a room with Wyclef, and me and him will fucking hash this shit out, dude. We'll hash this shit out old school. Lib Rone. Interesting. Rone solves the UN. Yeah, I don't know why I'm a lib, because I just draw the line for me. Draw the line, because I'm here for it. But like, just tell me why. Ants or sand? Need your take. I'll go sand. Ants are the least offensive of all the bugs, but I would go ants generally. I would definitely go ants. Rome will come out of that meeting a different religion. I'd be, you know what I mean? But I don't think that they have the good-ass weed in Haiti. I think that they actually have trash weed in a decent amount of the Caribbean. Bro, I fucking did it this morning. Got up 5:30, solid core. About to get back into the workout classes. I'm about to be fucking not ripped. I think that will never happen in my life, but I'm about to feel good. I'm about to have my spinal column erect as hell. I'm about to have some blue chew for my back, if you know what I mean. Rone, you ever going to try stand-up? There's enough people doing stand-up. Let's be honest with ourselves. Okay? If you really go out to, you guys know like 15 stand-ups. If you really go out into the world and like of open mics, there's people out here, and it looks like The Walking Dead. There's 75-year-old open micers, and that's a grim future. It would be fun, but the discipline it takes to master that discipline, same word, different parts of speech, same sentence, is something that's intense. Rome, best beach at the shore? I'm like a Sea Isle guy, personally, but at the same time, a lot of people are, whoa. I don't know why that chair just went so far back, but it was fucking exciting. There are 250 elite comedy assassins. That's a fucking fact. Good morning. And good morning to the people who are not in the chat, okay? Good morning to the people watching after the fact. If you're watching after the fact, throw a comment up right now, because, like, we're in the past, you're in the future right now. Think about that, a little time travel. People are like, we got to figure out time travel. No. We've already figured it out. You're in the future. We're in the past. Rone, I'm watching your TikTok. Okay. Well, you're going to have to pick a medium. Rone, is barbecue chicken pizza goated? No, it is not. It is, in fact, a step above mid. There's so many better things you could do with barbecue chicken, and there's so many things better that you could do with pizza. Those two things together aren't optimal. I love the dialogue, though. The dialogue fires me the fuck up. We do have stuff to talk about in this show today, though. It's damn near beef week at this office. It's damn near beef week. It started off, I guess, earlier in the week. Why is this leaning back so far? My lumbar spine needs this fucking support. How do I lock this fucking chair in? Fair ass take, Dub. Okay, there we go. It's a little better. It started off earlier this week, and I guess it started at the inception of this company, but this latest saga of beef has stemmed from Dave Portnoy and Kirk Minihane going back and forth with each other. And Dave has always put himself at the head of the New York office. So even though it wasn't a direct war between Dave and Kirk, the basketball game that took place earlier this week was emblematic of their feud that they're having. The two of them are at odds right now. Whether that's performative or real, nobody knows. Those two colors bleed into one another whenever we see those guys butting heads. And Kirk was avenging himself as he took his basketball team up against the New York team. I believe we have some highlights for that game before we get to Kirk, just so we can set the table for our good viewers. We're also going through a transition period here in the booth, so I don't know if we'll be able to play any of those highlights. I don't know if we're going to have any technical capabilities, or if I'll have to draw them, or if I'll have to cuneiform them, or put them into a cave drawing or a flip book. Oh, yep, we do have some. Let's watch a couple highlights just to see, get a feel for this classic Barstool content. Mulcahy, and then look at Rico Bosco.
Oh, Rico read it.
Look at the score.
And nails the three. Wow. And he just
that is an all-time highlight for Rico Bosco. He high-fives the ref on the 2 hands up. He steals the inbound pass, in one motion makes it 3. That could be the best 5 seconds of Rico Bosco's life. The basket went in at 8:11. This next shot goes in at 8:04. That's 7 seconds, 5 points. Reggie Miller shit for Barstool New York. It looked like they were on their way to an ass whipping. It looked like they were taking care of business, and you have to feel good for fucking Rico. You have to be fired up for Rico at that point. But then we have, I believe, things took a turn for the worse. Things took a turn for the worse for the New York office, which were a 15-point favorite. Let's watch this next one, 16-8, 3 seconds left before the half. Some decent action. Dribble handoff. Banks open. If it counts, maybe it went in beforehand, maybe it didn't. I was talking to Pat Bev about this yesterday. It's Barstool. You have to count that shot, no matter what the fuck happened. There's that bigot Pat McAuliffe right now. There's that child-hating bigot. You have to count that. You have to count that. It's such a big shot in such a big moment. Why the fuck wouldn't you count that? You're not going to wave it off. This isn't ticky-tack, like someone's blowing a whistle. No one has the actual second counter. We don't have that technology. Give them the fucking basket. Rough morning. Thank you, King, for entertaining us early this morning. Bodem. My shit sounds Turkish. My bro sounds Turkish. Thank you for the $4.99, bro. I would give it right back to you, honestly, if I could. And so from that point in the game, things devolved. Things went to shit after that in the game. And, well, I think we have Kirk right here. I think that we have Kirk because after that, the New York office crumbled. The New York office fell to shit. And Kirk ascended to the throne. And after which, he retired. You stepped away from the game temporarily. And it was an ass whipping that must have been one of the crowning moments of your career.
Yeah, I said, Rone, it was the best moment in show history, for sure. No question. First of all, a guy in our team, Cinema Lords, passed away about 6 weeks ago. We were playing the game for him. His family was there. Crowd was crazy. So I was done. I said we were going to win. We fell down early. I didn't panic. We played tough defense. It was a rock fight, but we won. When the game was over, though, I threw my shoes away. I threw my shoes away.
Yeah.
A fan went and got them, and he has them, but still, I threw them away, and I was done. As the magicians say, the wand had been broken. I was done.
Well, that's a literal act. You actually threw your shoes away.
I was with Mike Manansky, Mutt, in the locker room. And I said, Mutt, I'm done. Literally threw my shoes in the garbage.
I mean, that
emotional.
Yeah. It must have been one of the most gratifying things that you've ever been through, to do that for someone who passed away, family there, but also combined with the fact that nobody believed in you. We went around the New York office. Everybody said that there's...
my great friend, my partner in surviving.
Yes.
Probably. Maybe you're going to stab me in the back, but still.
No, we'll get to that.
You said Barstool New York. I understand that, though. You're there. You're loyal. Those are your guys. But, I mean, Dave Portnoy saying we're going to lose by 40 points. Listening to Pat, who's, got partners bailing on him and audiences fleeing. He's saying they're going to win by 40 points. And I just I knew we were going to win. I knew that we were tougher. We were a team, and they were a bunch of individuals, crackheads and guys like Rico, just, bad guys. So I knew that the good would prevail in the end, and it did.
Give me your top 3 people that you felt vindicated to have beaten. Who are you happiest to shove their face in shit?
It's tough because I think it is a collective. Certainly Dave would be number one right now. He was so down. He mocked us. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't. Their kind doesn't know anything about basketball. I'll just leave it there. People can interpret that any way they want. You billionaires, however you want to interpret it. He'd be number one. Number 2 was Pat because he was such a baby during the game, as they can be. Number 2, I would say Pat for sure. And it was fun seeing Rico kind of with a pouty face after the game. I like Rico, but I did enjoy seeing that. But, it was the world was against us. Nobody thought, just the 15 guys, sort of the team and the manager and the fans of the game for sure. But the world was against us. I mean,
what was Pat doing? What was kind of, how was he carrying himself?
He was bitching to the refs. He's the queen. He's an elderly queen.
Well, actually, we have
It's just what he is.
the bigot right now. That we have the bigot Pat right now. The anti-child bigot.
That's the other thing. I mean, he's going after this poor kid in the plane. Who knows? The kid could be dying. And Pat is going. For all I know, the kid's got brain cancer, and Pat's going after this poor.
It might have been his last
Jesus
breath
Christ.
screaming out on the plane.
Yeah, show a little decorum, Pat, for Christ's sake.
I don't
Jesus.
like kids, and I stand by that.
You were bitching more than that kid. You were crying during the game. The rest more than that kid in the plane.
No one was bitching more than you. Also, did you know that one of the refs tried out for Kirk's team?
And he didn't make it.
And he didn't make it, and then he was reffing the game?
Yeah, both the refs are huge fans, shithead. The game was orchestrated by me, dummy. Did you just figure that out?
So are you going to play this again? You're 100% in, right?
Yeah.
And are you guaranteeing
Dave,
a win?
If Dave coaches it, I am not waiting till next year. I am not waiting. I'll be a year older. This thing is hot right now. Like, we got to play this summer.
Oh, I want to play again because I think 9 times out of 10 we win that game. I think we had a meltdown. That's all it is. Marty didn't score a single.
Happen again. I'll play you guys like a fiddle again. By the way,
I'm guaranteeing a win next time. I am guaranteeing a win.
Congratulations. I'm going to hit 4 or 5. We're going to win this game by double digits.
The problem
that's
was,
a Kirk Minihane guarantee.
Minihane
guarantee.
You're
going to win by double guarantee. You're going to win by double digits, is what you think?
That's what I just said. Yeah.
So wait, when we talk about the refs, the ref that it was a ref show, it's rigged. Was there like a call that you could point to?
The half
10 on each
half
side.
court. They didn't start the
clock
clock going into halftime, and they just gave them the ball. He stepped out of bounds, shot a 3. They called it good, and the clock never started. So that shouldn't.
But I think with this, it's barstool. Like you make a shot in a situation like that, like you have to let that shot count because it was such a momentous thing. It's barstool. It's like fake. Like if you could point to a specific call like down the stretch or something like that.
One,
I would say it's more of a
it was a war.
Look, you guys beat us.
Everybody.
You beat us fair and square. We'll give you that. We're not taking away credit, but I will say we obviously didn't play up to our own standards, and I think if we play even 10% better, we beat you. And I think we're going to beat you.
Excuses are
it's not an excuse. I'm just saying we lost it. We lost it. We lost it.
I don't have time for this bullshit, Pat.
We lost it. You didn't win it. We lost it. You didn't win it.
Okay. I mean, sure, great. That's that. No problem. I know we scored more points when the game was over. You guys are up 15-2. It is a collapse of all time. I will say the only person I give credit to was Chris Klemmer, who I thought did a good job.
Oh my God.
As head coach, and that's why I welcome him to the organization. But other than that, I thought the team was, and by the way, Rico asked out of the game, Pat.
We should have gave Rico way more minutes. I think because Rico physically looks like he can't play basketball. But I don't understand why. Because Gus?
Yeah, because Gus is a lunatic. But I mean, he's Gus could hurt me just as likely as Rico.
We just need a coaching change. Like Klemmer didn't say a word. There was no strategy. You guys were playing man. We were outmatched if we played man every single time there was a mismatch. We just didn't adjust.
But is Dave going to bring coaching strategy?
I think so, yeah. Because Dave's vocal. Klemmer's not vocal. Dave is vocal. Dave will scream. He'll tell you what to do. Our zone defense, Hubs was on the baseline at the top of the key playing defense. No one was collapsing, so I had to come up top.
These guys throwing each other under the bus, Rone. This is why they lose. We're a team. We're a fist.
Yeah.
We're united. These
just
guys
a bunch
are
of
just
fingers
all
cut
over
off.
the place. It's a disgrace.
Maybe
Dave will be good.
Are you worried that you're going to have another member of your community die to kind of bring you guys together? Is there a sacrificial lamb?
Well, I'm worried. Conversely, I'm worried that Jetski will die of a crack overdose, and they're gonna rally around that. That's a concern for me. So
should be worried.
No, I mean, sure, we have. That's why we have 15 guys, Ron, because we assume with my crew, someone's going to die.
Fair enough.
And that's great motivation.
That was a great insult, calling Jetski a crackhead and slapping the ball out of his hand. That was very funny.
Oh, he's a crackhead.
But I think that lasts. That's indelible.
Probably Justin, my producer, is the best bet right now, physically, to pass away, and also be good for the show. We get a new producer, so yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I think. So Pat, we do agree. I'll talk to David. We have unnamed in an hour or so.
Yeah.
That. To me, it has to be this summer. Next summer, like the juice is gone. Like Klemmer, who remembers? Who cares? We're all worked up right now.
Klemmer might be dead even.
One can hope. And we'll be at I want the same court, and and here we go again.
Can we bring a ref?
I don't want
Can we
any
each bring a ref?
That's fine. And both rosters are locked.
Okay, so does that mean Rico is going to be on this roster? Is Dana being added to the roster? Is Jenks being added?
No Dana.
No Dana. He's Chicago now. I mean, Rico's Chicago too, but
yeah, right. No Dana. Dana's no. These teams. This is a 4-point game. To me, these were the teams. This was the game.
No ringers.
Does anybody?
No ringers. No extra shit.
No, that's bullshit. I don't like it.
Who was that short guy?
This was the game.
Who was the short guy who got in at the end who hit a couple big threes? He was like small.
John Warren.
What was his name?
John Warren.
Yeah, he was
John
good. He was a sleeper.
Warren.
John and Warren. He was a good
He had a
sleeper.
good game.
That big kid, 22,
So
he played well. He was your best player by far, and he was chippy too, which
Matt
I
for
liked.
sure.
Yeah, he was man from Providence.
Yeah, he played well.
He was good.
He
so,
played well.
I mean, we know what we're up against now. We just got to adjust.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Pat. Appreciate it. Kirk, we're going to keep you on for another minute or two. But that was, what can you even say after an ass whooping like that? And they have to hope that Dave is going to bring it together. Sure, he can yell, but is he X's and O's? Is Dave going to be like, oh, let's go to man, let's go to zone, let's like pin down and find a mid-range game or something?
Right. Well, I guess, is he going to be billionaire Dave? Is he going to hire like Thibodeau or somebody? Is he going to hire somebody for a month? Is he going to pay somebody $1 million to coach the game? I have no idea. With him, you don't know. He took this Klemmer thing personally, but as a strategist, Dave Portnoy doesn't know shit. No, I welcome him there. The Mets fans hate him now. He'll show up at that game. He's been threatening to fire me. He's been doing this. He's been leaving me out of stuff. So, bring it on. I think it's great. I'm excited. Rejuvenated.
When you look at you and Dave's relationship as it's kind of blossomed over the last even 3 weeks after everything with the golf tournament, do you think that he has been getting a fair shake online insofar as the clip of him screaming at you has gone to every aggregator,
mega viral,
right wing, left wing, sports, politics, everybody wants to talk about it. You think he's getting a fair shake right now?
Too fair a shake. Yeah. Too fair shake. Yes.
But
he said the words. It doesn't. As I said, it doesn't. It doesn't bother me. I don't care if he yells at me. But the minute you do that, it's going to get clipped. And he also knew he was on the wrong side of an argument. And I give him credit. I keep saying he knows he is, but he believes in it so much. He's like, I don't care what they're saying. I'm just going to keep going. But no, it was a rough clip. And he said he was going to get clipped. He got clipped. But it didn't. No, I didn't care. I mean, it's not. We've all gotten that. We've all gotten. He's the boss. He's chewed my ass out a bunch of times. That's happened behind the scenes probably half a dozen times.
And it's the circle of life. Like, we've seen you do it. We've seen him do it.
Yep.
That's kind of the workplace environment that everybody has signed up for. But there's a bit of a clutching of pearls, being like, I can't believe that he's talking to somebody like this. It's just the way that things are.
It is funny. Yeah, I saw so much like, God, this poor guy. Like, he should go to HR. How can he deal with this stuff? Then 2 days later, I do the same thing to my producer. So that's yeah. I don't. I was stunned that it went. Oh, did I drop out, Dave?
I hear you.
Where am I? You can hear me fine. That went Rone like mega viral, and I didn't really understand why. To me, we've done that. Dave and I have done that in some form or fashion probably 12 times. Maybe it's because the subject was being discussed. I mean, obviously, I guess.
It just makes it, I think when you take that clip distilled as it was, it seems like he is this anti-free speech guy and you're a pro-free speech guy, which in that distilled clip, you look like you're on the right side of that argument for sure. And so everybody who's pro-free speech can grab that clip and be like, okay, Kirk's going to, he's going to be on the right side of this. He's going to whip his ass with this.
Yeah. I guess I am bald. I shaved my head. I guess I am bald, as he said. I don't really know. There's not much I can do about it. I mean, he did something about it. He is also bald. So
I'm watching
really
comedy podcasts, though. I'm watching comedy podcasts who are like, yeah, fuck Dave. Like other people who are like comedians. Like I'm watching a Legion of Skanks be like, fuck Dave. I'm listening to diss tracks about Dave. Did you listen to this diss track?
I heard. That guy went in. Yeah, I heard that. We were thinking of having it be our theme song. We went out the other night for the game. It is true. The comedians they're so. I'm like, God, everyone fucking relax. But it's very funny. It's a weird, one of those things. It's the most viral thing I've ever been involved in. Like it crossed over. When it crossed over like real life with people who have no connection, don't even know you work at bar. They just see it and they'll text you. Like, a couple people text me like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm working through it. I'll get through it. Right now, I'm still processing it.
I'm finding out that I'm bald in real time.
You're right, yeah. And I'm an asshole. Who knew?
You mentioned earlier that we had a nice little bond on surviving. I'm worried that there's not going to be a surviving this year. Have you heard anything about that? Is this happening? I feel like by this time last year, we already had a cast.
Yeah. So it is June. I keep thinking it's like March. You're right. We're what? When did we filmed it in September?
Yeah, everything was basically locked in, or they were getting to alternates, and everything was being figured out.
I wonder. I do wonder also, like, does it make sense? I would do it whenever I'm asked, I guess. But does it make sense to just kind of get some of us who've done it twice the last 2 years kind of get some of us out and get some new people in, maybe? I don't know.
But I haven't heard word one about that from the production side, from Rob or from Dave. Maybe you could ask Dave today and just see, like, is this thing happening? Are we replacing it with another show that we'll own? Like, what's the formula for success on this?
That's a good point too. I do wonder sometimes about that because it is Survivor. I mean, surviving. Even Jeff hasn't said. You're right. Last year, I don't know if the cast was named last year, but definitely I knew it was happening because I'd done it the year before, and they were deep into pre-production. Jerry had already made like 300 phone calls by now.
Oh, 100%.
So yeah, I don't. I mean, you would do it again, right?
I think that it would be really fun. I got the kids at home, but I think that it would be a worthwhile thing to try and get away from them for a week and abandon my wife and family for a little bit. You have the dozen coming up this coming week. Mm-hmm. Is this a ass whipping for you? Are you going to take care of business this year, or what are we predicting? Or are you even showing up?
I'll be there. I was talking up a little bit because Pat was there, but I am worried that Klemmer has loser DNA. This loss the other night, he has. I wonder if there's a whiff of a loser around him all the time. You know. By the way, he was born here. He was born in the studio, Klemmer.
That's right.
So,
he spawned out of the wall, didn't he? I feel like he just
correct. That's exactly
leaked out
right.
of a vent.
Yeah, he's KMS. So, Robbie's a former champion. I'm a former champion. Your team could easily win. So I don't. I'm confident, but this 2 out of 3 thing in Chicago, you got to be 2 really good teams to get out of there. Then you have to be 2 good teams again. I guess the same as it always is, but I think we have as good a chance as any team, and I didn't feel that way last year. I mean, you must feel like you have a chance, right? A good chance?
I don't feel like we have a great chance, honestly. I look at the mechanisms of this 2-loss bracket, and you're going to have to play multiple good teams multiple times just to make the Final Four, and then you're going to have to play 2 more really good teams. So I think the deck is stacked against us. The only thing I'm really rooting for is for the experts to lose. That's really just a Brandon Walker meltdown. It would be music to my ears.
This would be that's the only team in the league that has pressure on them going in. The rest of us are playing with house money because they've been so good this year. Brandon's never won. But I feel like when we played them pretty tough. But yeah, you're right. Like, we played the Frankettes first. We play them 100 times. Maybe we win 51. Maybe they win 51. Then if we lose, we'll play Uptown Balls or we'll play you guys. And it's like coin flip after coin flip. So it'll be a fun 3 days. I enjoy doing it. It'll be good to, they always love me in Chicago, as you know, Rone. So
of course,
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and you said that while you're out there, I kind of begged you to do one of these steak-offs, one of these great steak-offs. So you said that you'd be part of some further content.
I'll do whatever you want. You know that. Yeah. No, I will say, like, we don't see each other much. I always love seeing you. We had a good. Were you going to stab me in the back?
I had no plans to. I honestly wanted to go to the end with you. Would be my designs to go to the end with you.
Yeah. So yeah, whatever you need me to do, I'll do it.
Yeah, I think that would have been fun. I'm gonna let you go. I know that you have a busy day ahead of you, but get to the bottom of that. Whether surviving's happening this year, maybe ask Dave or something like that. Just because I'm curious, I want to know. I want to start preparing and making fake idols now, if that's going to be the case.
I will ask him at 10 o'clock unnamed. It's 10. I don't know when it's coming up in the next hour.
All right, Kirk. Appreciate you, my friend. Congratulations on the win. Way to take care of business.
Buddy.
What an absolute stud, taking care of business. Beating down the New York office, that's tough for morale. Is Kirk really the worst, or does he just act like the worst guy in the world? No, it's like there's an in-between of, like, Kirk. Like, he, of course, plays it up. He knows what good content is. Like, he's going to yell at somebody because he knows that that's explosive. And sometimes it sucks if you're just, like, sucking everybody off. Like, so I fall into that. I fall into the suck off. And I'll look back at the content, and I'll be like, that content's not that fucking good. And then I have to fucking ramp it up for Beef Week. So let's get the fuck into Beef Week. Do we have the Summer House roster? Let's go through the Summer House roster. Let's go through everybody that's on Summer House. I feel like this is going to be one of the biggest things in Barstool. And from my understanding, I heard yesterday that it's going to be mostly via phones. There's going to be a lot of phone footage. So let's go left to right across this. And I'll rank on like a 1 to 10 how much I'm excited about these people being in the show. Far left, Tommy Smokes, I'm going to say that I am a 6 excited about him. Second in, Kadick, I'm going to say that I'm a 4 excited about him. And I will get to that in 1 second because he did a video about why he is going to be doing this. Dante the Don, I am a 8 excited about him. I think that he'll be able to stir it up, but I would rather to have online Dante the Don as opposed to in-person Dante the Don. Annika, I feel like I am 8.5 excited about her. I think that Annika is most likely to stir some shit up, get into somebody's face, verbally undress somebody, and her relationship with Nikki Smokes is obviously going to be explosive. Brianna Chicken Fry, I am a 7.5 excited about her. I don't know if she's going to stir it up, but I'm also curious, who's she going to be friends with? Who's she going to be hanging out with? What are her relationships going to be like? Is she going to find love? Jackie, I'm a 6.5 excited for. I think that her best content will be when she is getting fucked up. I want confrontation. I don't know if she will bring it to the table. Nikki Smokes, I am a 9 excited for. I think that he is the central piece of this show. I think this show needs someone that is mercurial. I think this show needs someone that people are going to hate, and Nikki Smokes can be that guy. I don't think that people should be trying to be kumbaya. I think people should be going in there like, hey, like, am I dating this person? Am I dating this person? I want explosive arguments. If we go through the entire summer and nobody throws a drink on somebody, I'm going to feel robbed. I also think Ella is a 7.5 excited because I think that there is still potential for Ella and Annika to butt heads. Deep down in my heart of hearts, I think those women tolerate but do not like each other. Deep down in my heart of hearts, you don't have a blowout like that and just everything's fine. And if everything was fine, we would have seen more kumbaya moments. We would have seen them two holding hands, not other situations. I think that there is still an underlying beef. Hopefully there is some kind of producer to stir the pot on this show and make it hot. I would love to have been that person. I know I have a family. I can't be going down the Jersey Shore every weekend to fuel everybody up with high noons and to ask incisive questions or plant questions for them to ask one another at dinners. But I hope to God somebody's going to stir this motherfucking pot because it can't just be the people in the cast. And I'll tell you why I gave Kadick a 4 out of 10. Can we play the video that Kadick put up talking about Summer House? I know Rico said that he's buying all of Kadick's stock. I think that we have a video of him saying exactly why, and if we can't find the video, I'll be happy to paraphrase it myself. Danny Smokes, also, he better stir the pot. Okay, here's Kadick's video.
Barstool Beach House. I'm absolutely fired up. I want to give my 7 other cast members in the audience a little insight on what they can expect to see from Big Mike on the Jersey Shore come early August. I mean, you want to talk about a guy that's going to wake up every day with the best vibes, the best energy, and make sure that there's not a dull moment in that house.
I like that.
Yeah, there's going to be drama. I'm not going to be involved in it.
Hate that.
If you come to me with drama, I'm going to take my 30 rack of beer and go to the other hammock.
Hate that.
I don't give a shit.
Hate that.
Get me out of there.
Hate
I'm
that.
Pure vibes.
I like that.
My other 7 cast members, they're going to wake up the first Friday in Jersey Shore, the smell of bacon and eggs in their nostrils.
Like that.
They walk out of their door. They see me, shirtless, probably pantless too.
Like that.
Cooking up breakfast for everyone. That's the vibe. You got to start the day early with good vibes. Big breakfast, get a good base in. I'm already 3 beers deep at 7 in the morning.
Point for the most part.
I mean, someone's got to do it. You can't drink all day.
So I like that. I think that his strategy is to be vibes. I think that on a show like this, I don't care about the vibes being good. I know that being in it, it's probably important for you for the vibes to be good. As a viewer, if we're going to consider the viewer, I don't want the vibes to be good. I want people to be fighting with each other. I don't want to just tune in for a chill weekend at the shore. I want to tune in for people arguing with each other. I want to tune in for romantic drama. I want to tune in for love and for broken hearts. Maybe there's one vibes guy, but I feel like everybody's like, I'm going to be the Vinny of the Jersey Shore house. I'm going to be the Vinny. I know Tommy's planning on being the Vinny. Everybody wants to just be vibes guy, like a funny guy. Like, but yeah, that's cool. Everybody can't be that. there needs to be some explosiveness, which is why I'm more excited for Nicky Smokes to be a part of the show, because he will bring some explosiveness. I think that he could bring good vibes too. I think that whenever I've been around Nicky Smokes, it's good vibes, but also he's going to throw the Riz on, and he's going to try and he's going to chat at these women. So I think that there is upside for someone doing some vibe stuff, but like if somebody wrongs you or if someone does something that isn't serving the entire house, you wouldn't be serving the audience of the show if you didn't call them out for that, if you didn't say something about that. I feel like I need to take people to fucking reality TV show university. I need to sit people down and be like, hey, like even if there's something small, this is a good opportunity to make a mountain out of a molehill. This shit needs to be explosive, or guess what? There's not going to be a season 2. Nobody's going to give a fuck. Something's going to need to happen every single weekend, especially if it's happening on its phones and you can't manufacture storylines. Something's going to need to happen. If you see a confrontation happening and then you walk away from it to chill at another hammock, that's not good for the show. I'm just saying that right now. That is not going to be good for the show. It's going to be good for you personally. That's good for your mental health. That's probably something that your therapist would tell you to do. This show is the antithesis of what your therapist would tell you to do. You need to be beefing. I've been studying Bravo shows for fucking 10 years. I've been watching Summer House. I've been watching Vanderpump Rules. I've been watching fucking Real Housewives of the Potomac. I've been watching all of these women go to war with one another. And I've been taking notes like a fucking Shaolin monk, studiously fucking studying these people, just trying to get to the bottom of it. Alcohol is involved and women. Yeah, maybe. But maybe this shit will, maybe it'll peter out if everybody just wants to be good vibes. And that's my take on Summer House. Just had to get it. Oh, they said Una and Danny Conrad also added to Beach House. Value add. I think that they're both value adds. I know that Danny is gonna call shit out. I know that for a fact, that he will stir the pot. I see a little of myself in the boy. All right. I know that Danny isn't afraid to stir the pot, and he'll call shit out. Something that happens on these reality shows, though, is when you are always someone who's calling out other stuff and then your drama isn't being discussed, there will be an underlying resentment that forms against you. So he has to be in the mix. He can't just call people out. He has to be part of the explosiveness himself. And what I've seen from Una in the last week or so is that she's not afraid to create, manufacture, and stir up drama, as evidenced by her thing with Tommy Smokes in the intern video that we did last week. And she's not afraid to go back at people and give people a hard time and unfollow people on Twitter like she did with Francis this week. Did she unfollow Francis? She did unfollow Francis, right? We're all nodding at that. Is that known? We all know that? Everybody knows that. We do now, right? Yeah, cat's out of the bag. So she unfollowed Francis, which seems like a bridge too far, but that's good for reality TV show. Taking the rational approach to something, not smart for reality TV. Going a little bit too far, probably smart for reality TV. So, I mean, I love, if anybody in the cast, wants a mentor for a reality TV show, if they want a consigliere, if you want like a shit stir to kind of sit in your ear, little finger things. I mean, I think Gaz could get down there and just stir pots. Gaz plants seeds. We need somebody that's going to be planting these seeds. Did you hear what that bitch said about you? She's wearing the same color shirt as you tonight. Can you believe that bitch is doing that? And that can be about guys too. And that can be about men as well. Una, get to work. Stop lurking in the chat. Damn! Shout out to Danny Conrad. So I only have to, why don't we get that? Need Francis to come halfway through the season as his Tires character. That would be great. That would mean there was at least some cocaine in the house. Then Summer House wouldn't be the only Summer House with cocaine. Bro, they're doing a ton of cocaine on Summer House. Anytime I watch Summer House, fucking 4 a.m, like fucking walking around. Someone's going to need to bring cocaine. Someone's going to need to bring some cocaine down there. I know Moobie and Smelly said they'll go down for a little bit. Based off of their interaction earlier in the week, I think that there's a decent chance that Moobie and Smelly could stir things up based on their interaction with Hannah. I think that they were upset with Hannah Montoya earlier in the week. Maybe we could get into that. Because that seems like a natural segue. So Mook Can't Sleep versus the girls from Fishbowl. We have a little bit of a clip right here that kind of distills it down. Let's watch this clip.
Big Cat has a podcast?
Yeah.
The guy.
Wait, when did he start
Barstool?
that?
What's part of my take?
When did he make a
Wait,
podcast?
is that Dave's
I think it
friend?
started like a couple months ago. But
I was just
yeah.
getting off the
Wait,
ground.
like,
Yeah, it's very, very new.
is it the
and,
same
like,
company
niche.
that does Fishbowl?
No, same one that does Taylor Walsh.
Well, I was naming my favorite podcast.
Can we hear from White Boy Rick and Hannah?
Or Hannah, were you throwing shade when you said that?
No, you can watch the full clip. I literally go, what? After everyone laughed, because I was making the joke of like, the joke was that I didn't know who Big Cat was, and I didn't know what part of my take was. And then I was
I was more offended for myself.
yeah, I'm sorry. But then I was like, I'm going to name the only all-girl show because I'm a girl. Like, I say that right after in the thing.
Okay, so what was so funny, Rick?
Get in here, John.
First off, you guys are acting like I was like laughing out loud. I really don't think my reaction was. I mean, I wasn't high-fiving. I wasn't taking shots at Taylor Watch. My reaction was similar to Mook. I was just like, oh, I kind of interpreted it the same as him. And then she later on explained the full context of it. But yeah, should have done a better job realizing how that clip looked out of context. I apologize.
No.
Hey, I was genuinely confused because I was like, what? Like, why?
No, that. You guys understand what we're saying though? Like the burst out in the laughter was like, okay, clearly they have something that we're not getting here. You know what I mean?
No, there's not even an inside joke. Like, that's not a thing.
There's something that nobody has pointed out as we've looked at this saga, this very, very interesting saga. If she was listing the only show with all women, why didn't she list Chicks in the Office? Why wouldn't she have said Chicks in the Office? Chicks in the Office, by every metric, a more established and bigger show. So if she was saying, I'm the woman, I'm talking about the show that has women in it because I'm such a woman's woman, why wouldn't she say Chicks in the Office? She would have said Chicks in the Office if that's what she was talking about. But my deductive reasoning leads me to believe that there was some modicum of beef right there, that there was the slightest amount of shade, because that was paired with a show that had just been unfortunately canceled in Taylor Watch. What we had right there was someone taking a shot about a size of a show, I believe. And the women thing, while also true, conveniently shrouds that, because if she was just talking about a show that features women, why not Chicks in the Office? Why not chat? Why not Chicks in the Office? Rhea hasn't been in Stool Scenes for years. Brother, Stool Scenes is canceled. Let's go. This is way overblown. Hannah is a sweetheart and doesn't need to cause drama. Then why is there drama? Hannah didn't say Taylor Watch, but it was part of the entire. I'm just saying. Why wouldn't she say Chicks in the Office? Someone explain that to me. Hannah L. Fishbowl girl, so soft. I mean, we just said how we like we want the drama at Barstool. Like, the drama is powerful. So anytime they lean into the drama, they're soft. Or is that good for the show? Fishbowl probably is the first thing that came to her head. Interesting. Why? Because by metrics, Chicks in the Office would be bigger. I thought Fishbowl was the one where Kelly and Rhea get high. Okay. Because Gia and her coach. Okay. Drama brings clicks. I just think that it's a point that merits mention. And I do think that we should have more shows that feature all women. I think that Chicago should have some women-based shows. I know that we have Chicks in the Office. I know that we have Fishbowl, women-based. We had Taylor Watch, women-based. We had Because We Got High, women-based. We have Brianna Chicken Fries podcast, women-based. Where's the women-based shows in Chicago? We need them. I want them. I think that would be strong. I think that would be interesting. Fishbowl, no. Fishbowl is a good show. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. I genuinely watch Fishbowl as a fan. Like, try watching Fishbowl. I don't think you've watched it if you have these opinions of it. They said bring in Gia. I would. I don't know where is Gia here? I don't know if she's here. I don't think that Gia's here. Fair enough. Everybody wants me to get to Crack Amico. I will not run from that. Everybody wants me to talk about Crack Amico. Crack Amico KUM is okay. That's women based, but that is it's like Kate and Till mostly is women based. So they have Kate and they have Megan making money on that show, but that's also Danny Conrad. So that is a co-ed show. It's mom based. Kate in the Morning. That's women based, and I feel like Kate is always trying to big up the women there and trying to be matronly to the women there. But I think that she also wants there to be no drama. I think Kate hates drama. And I think that's indicative of her personality. I don't think that's a mark against her. I think she wants everybody to get along and is like nails on a chalkboard to her. I like drama. I think that it is good content and I like to watch it. Hannah is too young for chicks. No, what the fuck are you talking about? Women only show. No, they make good content there. Oh my God. So fucking good. So fucking funny. True. Let's talk about the Crack Amico song. Crack Amico made a diss track on Dave Portnoy. Everybody's like, why are you not going to respond to Crack Amico? First off, I don't think that Dave needs my help on that one. Second of all, I don't know much about Crack Amico. Third of all, I think that Crack Amico is a good rapper. I've listened to and liked other stuff that... I'm talking Crack Amico right now, Zach E. 499, brother. I'm talking about it right now. I think that he is a fundamentally very good rapper. I've enjoyed his diss tracks of Bert Kreischer and Tony Hinchcliffe. I like that he goes at them. I think that he is a talented rapper. I think that he went at Dave based on that clip. And I think that his response was like, what if I call you the, I don't even know if I could say the K slur on here. What if I call you this? Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Is that, but I think that line about like bringing out the gun and it being like a 9 or whatever, I think that's good. But I also think he was just like, the like overarching theme of the song was like, Jew. Which I think that he has had better. I don't think it's his best work, and maybe I'm clouded because I work here, but even Gaz is like we need you, like go back. It's like, bro, I'm not going at Crack Amico over this. That being said, if they want to set it up at Skankfest, bro, I'm out there. But and make a clapback rap, like what am I like? I'm not going to cape for Dave in like a punching down scenario with Dave. Like people will be like, oh, well, you wrote the stuff for like the Zach Bryan thing. It's like, yeah, that's like a punching up situation. I'm not going to be like, Dave, like, let's get Crack Amico. Let's like, I think Crack Amico is good. Crack Amico is extremely niche to like the Legion of Skanks world, which is like, I am a fan of both him and that show and that world. But like, well, I don't know anything about him outside of the music he makes, so I wouldn't be able to be like no, like I love Jewish people. Francis writing his book, Rone writing his bars. So does that satisfy your guys' desire to talk about this? Rone, who wins between Mike Beasley and Sass? What are we talking, bro? If it's on the sticks, I don't know who's beating Sass. Middleman Rone, bro. Like what? Okay, I literally have been going through this entire show trying to stir up beef. Maybe I'm middle. Dave is in the wrong. Why would you defend him? Yeah, like, I don't fucking know. That's what people are asking for me to do, is go at him because I do battle raps. That's what people are asking. That's what I'm explaining. Kevin, Rone is is asking the right questions. Needed him yesterday in the mediation. If Big Cat is going to step up for Chicago, Rone should step up for NYC. I mean, I'm not just going to go back and forth with Big Cat about this. I think that the people who are involved should be the ones who have the conversation. But also, like, being in the room, the dude who worked for PMT being like, yeah, what about Taylor Watch? I thought was like, at least they had a show and, like, tried a show. Maybe it got canceled or whatever, but they had a show and tried a show. I think it is weird to be like, yeah, your fucking show got canceled, and you also work at Barstool Sports. That being said, Rone has the Jews in his pocket. Jesus Christ, what does that even fucking mean? Wow, boys in this fucking chat and girls. Rone doesn't want to step up for people not worth stepping up for. That's not the case either. Soft stool. Interesting. Writing diss tracks about Barstool coworkers can be a great RoneDotCom segment. I definitely would do that. I definitely had a concept that I wanted to kind of bring back this week, but like about certain people and bring in other people to, like other rappers, we'll make a diss on the spot type shit. And if you think that I'm a middleman and I'm afraid to go at my coworkers, I think that would be a perfect time to go at to bring up this next point, which may be one of the most embarrassing tweet threads of somebody who I just had on this show, Gay Pat and his bigoted hate towards children. Disgusting stuff from Gay Pat. Do we have these clips? Kevin also said, I agree that it should be people involved, but then why is Big Cat trying to step in when it didn't involve him? If he's going to do it, then you can do it too. Yeah, but then it just creates a proxy war. When am I going at Big Cat? Like, I just said my piece about the people that were involved. So I did speak up for whatever, the people in the New York office. I'm not going to go at Big Cat. It's not about Big Cat. Let's go Gay Pat. Barstool Pat. If your child is screaming on a flight that is late with no AC and hasn't taken off yet, show it a fucking phone. Brain rot the baby on TikTok until it's quiet. Is that too much to ask? This is the sassiest gay shit I've ever seen in my life. Maybe Pat also should give us a little bit of coloring in of information. Do we have a flyer? I don't think we could find his stories from the night before, but those were all over his Instagram. Do we have a flyer of what Pat was doing the night before? Is that anywhere on there that we could pull up? A flyer of what Pat was doing? Pride party. A pride party. So Pat was hungover from gay butt sex and is now suddenly pissed off that somebody procreated to make a child on the plane. Pat, having his gay sex party, was destroyed from the night before. Maybe we could add a little bit of color that he was out until the wee hours of the morning sucking on a penis, sucking on multiple penises. And maybe that should be part of the story that we're filling in, because absolutely disgusting work from Pat in his bigoted stance against children during Pride Month, no less. Haven't we seen all that the gays have gone through? And now we as a society, from the top down, every race, from the poor people to the corporations, has galvanized behind the gay people, where I can't go outside without wearing some rainbow shit or I'm going to get my ass beat. We have your guys back, and now you're going to take this as a chance to come at the parents of America? You're going to take this as a chance to come at the people who are out here trying to repopulate as the microplastics destroy our sperm from the fucking inside, and you're going to come at the fucking parents and the children? Leave the fucking kids alone. I went into Pat's Instagram, and one of the replies to this heinous story was the mother of the child who was actually on that flight, and she was mortified that she had to go through this. She said her child was 11 months old. Hey, Gay Pat, I don't know if you have too many cocks in all of your orifices, but 11 months olds can't watch TikToks. Okay, 11 months olds can't focus their eyes on a screen to brain rot themselves. That's not how that works, okay? Just because you were hungover from your gay sex orgy doesn't mean that everybody else on the flight can't have a rational response to this. Obviously, the kid doesn't want to be crying. Obviously, the parents don't want their kid to be crying. Obviously, you don't want to hear the crying. Nobody can do anything about it. You said earlier on this show, Pat, that you hate kids. Pat, you were a child at one point in your life. There is no reason that you should be hating yourself in this situation. What you need to do is have one shred, the smallest shred of empathy. I guarantee these people were horrified. I guarantee these people felt so shitty. I have crying babies in my house right now, double fisting them. They're screaming to absolutely nobody, and it's horrifying. You would do anything to quiet these babies' brain down. Of course they would want to give TikTok. Of course they would want to put Werther's Originals or fucking cotton balls in their mouths or fucking do anything to quiet this baby down. Pray to a God that they don't fucking believe in to quiet this baby down. That's not how it works. They don't have an off switch, okay? And just because you want to contribute to the fall of mankind by refusing to procreate, even through surrogate, even through adoption, to carry more babies into this world, you better not punish those of us who are making sure that the U.S. is going to stay on track, okay? Because otherwise, Pat, guys like you you're gonna have the border open, okay? We're gonna need to repopulate from the south, Pat, okay? If you're not gonna contribute to this, and is that what you want? Because I know the only thing that you hate more than babies is people from Venezuela, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, etc. All right, and that's where I'm gonna freaking leave it. That's where I'm gonna leave it at that, okay? Middleman me now. Say I'm middlemaning now. That's what you call taking a hard stance, a rock hard stance, straight line stance, if you know what I mean. And somehow, that was not even the most heinous act towards children from Barstool Sports this week. Somehow, there was something even more heinous. From the Kirk Minihane show, shout out to Kirk, who was on this program earlier. His producer Dave Cullinane told a harrowing story about his own life. Let's get into it.
What do you think of this move? This is. I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this. But I'm gonna say it.
You're a bad boy.
And it's stupid. So I was mad at my son this weekend.
Oh, well, okay.
I saw 5 years old. Every kid's into drawing, right? But it's like the only thing he takes seriously is drawing.
Okay.
Right? You know that phase kind of.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What does he like to draw?
Just tell me it. He ends up wanting to play sports.
I don't think so.
So I find out that he said something mean to somebody.
Somebody in your family.
Yeah, he called Big Jack fat.
Somebody in Canada.
Call Big Jack fat.
Yeah, and he's just like a little punk right now.
Is he fat?
He's not particularly skinny.
Got the old man belly.
Yeah. So he calls. So I get home from basketball practice.
He's being honest. So kids are. He doesn't mean it.
Yeah, but he says it in a shitty way. Like
He's a little shit. You're saying
he's being a little shit lately.
Okay,
it is
go
what
ahead.
it is.
Yeah.
And
He's
so
got no sleep. He's probably on edge.
No shit.
I found out.
A year.
I walk in. It's the first thing that's said to me. My daughter comes up. She goes, "Hey."
She rats him out.
She rats him out.
This family. Jesus.
So Chase is at the kitchen table
Coloring.
Yeah. And it's again, this is the only thing he takes seriously right now.
All business.
So I didn't say a word. I walk
Yeah,
right
he's-
up to him.
oh,
I
okay.
grab the piece of paper and I rip it into a million pieces right in front of his face.
Jesus Christ. My God.
But hold on. So hear me out. If he takes that seriously, I did something mean. Shit. This is
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What, you think that's gonna traumatize him?
I'm probably not the best.
So we've had this
I can't
conversation.
imagine the YouTube comments are saying right now me weighing on the specific story, but I will say
harmless. I think that's harmless.
That's an asshole thing to do.
Oh yeah, and calling someone fat
He's
isn't.
5. What is wrong with you?
You're the one who thinks he should be punching kids back.
Yeah, he's 5.
He's 5. I say he's 5'2" all the time.
You're whatever age you are, Dave. No one knows, but we'll assume you're 38.
How many
okay?
pictures? How many pictures can he draw today?
Yeah, but what
how many pieces of paper and coloring books does he have at home?
That's going to be in his head for years.
That I did something mean, and he now knows how it feels. So what he does.
Yeah, but he's not relating those two things.
Dave, you should have your kids taken away from you.
No, I should not.
I think his lack of sleep is fucking you all up.
That's crazy.
What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Blind Mike could even see that there's not going to be a correlation between those two behaviors in his head. And how immature are you that you have to Hammurabi's code your child, that you're like, oh, well, it's going to be an eye for an eye. That you're going to have to fucking chop off a hand because he chopped off a hand. And those things aren't even of equal, like, severity. Those things do not measure up at the same rate. I would have honestly rather you hit your kid. I think that would be less psychologically and long-term damaging. At least it's like, I mean, I'm kind of joking about that, but like, you're like, that is probably one of the most insane parenting moves that I've ever seen in my life. That the punishment is just going up to him and shredding it in front of his face. What the fuck? It's objectively hilarious as like a fucking sitcom writing thing, not as something that's like going to be a therapy thing that you're literally like, your kid is not going to forget that. And then you victory lapped it on the radio. Like, I don't know if that's better or significantly worse, because now the kid's definitely not going to forget. Maybe the most insane thing, something that he's proud of, that he's taking pride in. Like, what school of parenting is it to rip that up in front of him? Maybe say, you're not allowed to draw right now. Not destroying it in front of him. And a kid calling someone fat is like an impulse control that they might not even realize what's like rude or not rude. You know better than me. You know that he's being a little shit, but I don't think him being a little shit like gives you carte blanche to be a little shit back to your kid. That's fucking insane. Truly fucking insane behavior. Am I off on this? Dave just said the N-word on unnamed. Respect. This is arguing at nothing. Okay. Yeah, you take the drawing away. You're ripping it in front of them. The fuck? Why haven't you worked to get SAS paid? Fair enough. I mean, I just had to get some of that shit off of my chest. Just a little bit of shit off the chest. My wife texted me, maybe say fucking a little less. She got my fucking ass. Okay. Earlier today, I asked everybody, what do you guys want me to talk? What do I need to address on this show? And via Twitter, we have some of those. What do I need to address? 83 of them. Anything you'd like, I trust you wholeheartedly. Shout out to Blutman. I mean, I'd love to talk about some ball with him when I'm in Chicago. Need an update on the aftermath of the intern video. Sarah versus Cole, Una on the yak, Tommy vindicated. What are your thoughts on all of this? Sarah, why don't you come on in? Let's get to the bottom of it. I thought that video went great. But that's just me. That's just me talking. Are Klemmer, Josh, and Jay Burke 616 the greatest play-by-play talent? I don't know. Oh yeah, from the game. That was good. Sarah, come on down.
How are ya?
What's going on? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How do you feel?
Good. Post-interview, I feel good. I feel like I didn't look like too much of an asshole, so I think like we're hanging in there.
Are you and Cole on the same page?
Maybe. I don't think so.
Why?
Wait,
what do you mean? What makes you think that?
The group chat's been tense.
Give me an example, maybe a reading from the group chat.
Oh, I left my phone in the studio.
Bring your phone in. We're gonna get to the bottom of this group chat. So like, or without the exact details, we'll have a phone in a second. But like, how is the tension representing itself? Short answers.
I think it's interesting. Egan, what would you say?
What's up, Big
Do you
E?
think that like
What's up, dog?
sides have been chosen?
I think there's
into the mic.
There's a bit of a quiet, like Cold War brewing in the group chat. You could feel it. They're building up arms on both sides. There's nuclear missiles being pointed. We just need that sort of inciting incident, you know? Cuban Missile Crisis is coming up. I can feel it. Maybe this week.
What side are you on?
Whatever side wins.
That's a smart decision.
So
at the end of the day, how are you gonna win this?
How am I gonna win this?
Yeah, he said he's gonna be on whatever side wins. Like, what's your plan to win?
I feel like I don't need to focus on winning. I think things are just gonna play out the way they're supposed to. I think I'm on the right track, and I know, you know.
Okay, read me some group chat. Give me some group chat.
So this past Friday, not the original Friday, someone texted, and it was when the video like dropped and everything, so people were watching it live. And then someone's like, sends another like, hey, Friday, everyone want to get lunch? And I respond like Cole does. And so I thought that was funny. Like, I thought it was like, too soon, guys. Like,
what were the responses to that? Anybody respond, or was it just like
ha,
crickets?
like a singular ha.
Oh.
And then yesterday, someone sent a picture of like a happy hour sign and was like, great happy hour near the office. And I was like, oh, where at? Not like fully reading it. And it says where it's at on the picture. So then Cole says, I'm going to guess. And then the location. And then everyone, there was a lot of ha's on that. I think there was five ha-has to that
on
message.
his.
Right, to which I would just respond to, oh shit, 0.1 for Cole.
Okay, fair enough.
So it's just this little back and forth.
So you're having a
it's all
good
in
time
good
with
fun.
it. You're having a fun time with it.
Yeah.
Do you feel like people have taken sides? Do you have an army behind you? Does he have an army behind him?
I think I have some like alliance members.
Whom?
I think it's clear from like the video. Like I think I had a lot of the girls on my side.
Right.
I think people, you know, like you, and because you guys asked unsolicited, so like a lot of people weren't super privy to the interview. But then
Right.
you asked, they were like, oh, people clocked it without me having to say anything. People were like, oh yeah, he did come in. So I think
Girls versus boys.
Yeah, potential.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tale as old as time. Is there any part of you that's like, I want to squash this beef, or are you of the thinking that beef is good? War can make a lot of profit.
You know, I think beef is fun. I think, you know, it's Barstool. I think it's on brand. I think it's all in good fun. But it's entertaining, and you got to be able to just like roll with it. So.
Have you guys been put on any like projects together?
No.
Nothing else.
No. We did fishbowl yesterday, and the girls like picked like interns to do like little activities, and I was on Gia's team, and then she had to pick someone else, and because she was like, oh, they called him cancer guy. They were like, oh, cancer intern. I think Jackie picked him, and she was like, cancer intern, you're with me. And I was with Gia, and then I was like, so. She's like, who should I pick? And I was like, well, obviously not Cole. Like, don't pick him for the second member of our team. And she's like, oh, gotcha. So.
Fishbowl versus Mook Can't Sleep. What's your take on it?
I feel like the Chicago people were being mean.
But they said they're not.
Right. Well, obviously you're gonna say that you're not. Like, I think it was feeling very mean girl to me. It was feeling like, oh no, like we were just saying. Because you're a girl podcast and whatever, but really, like,
why did they say chicks in the office then?
Right, exactly. I think it's classic Mean Girl. I think it's very high school vibe, very just
mean boy too.
Yeah.
Some of the boys in the room were participating in that.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a woman.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And there we go. We got to the bottom of it. Fishbowl sucks, correct? Views can't be good. Like, I implore you, Jake Lanning, make up your own decision on the content that you watch. You said it sucks, the views can't be good. First off, sometimes things need to, like, find their footing and, like, can be good without the views being good. And it's sucking, and the views being good or bad have literally nothing to do with one another. Please make up your own opinion. You can't be looking at stuff for like a lot of people like this, thus it is good. Please. Sass needs to be brought on again for telling that horrible story to you guys on Son of a Boy Dad, unacceptable. You could definitely see us on Chat BCC if you want to have the inside conversation. Download that. Why does it sting when I pee? Brother, that is a vicious, sexually transmitted infection that you have right there. Juicy Fruit versus Big League Chew. Which runs out of flavor first? Big League Chew runs out of flavor before it hits your tongue. Big League Chew is a scam, but it feels cool to eat. We need a Gia versus Jack sit down at some point. Prefer where someone is getting their hair done in the salon. Gia versus Jack. Who's that? I don't know. Jackie? The elephant in the room. Office salaries ranked from lowest to highest. Got to think that Big Cat's at the top. And you got to think that Lil Sass is at the bottom. And then you fill in the rest in the middle of there. Who gets Joe Rogan and the Trump and Elon divorce? Who was stuck with Vance? What will that structure look like? I think that he's going to try to play the middleman. Sad to say. riots in LA. I feel like the TV cameras want that to happen so badly. I'll turn on the news waiting for something to happen, and I feel like they're just like filming a cop from point blank range, just being like, please fucking give us some sweet ass news for us to watch. Perimeters of the beach house, discuss the Carter 6 I liked. Update on Donnie's Barstool Australia search, don't know anything about that. NYC office closing, interesting, didn't hear about that one either. We're trying over here, okay? What riots in LA? What color are your toes? That's weird. Deep dive on the disappearance of flight MH370. Can't give you that. You did not like Carter 6, stop lying. Melvin, I implore you, come up with your own decisions. Come up with your own opinions. Maybe, Melvin, say why you disliked it. And you can't say the production on one song. Because if you like Lil Wayne, then you like the Carter 6. But I saw a lot of people being like, man, I'm too old to listen to Wayne talking about this, like these like play punchlines. What? Like, well, then you're people are always like, I want the old Kanye or whatever. Like, you got the old Lil Wayne, and now people have a problem with it. Don't understand. Kevin, people say Fishbowl views are bad, yet they sell 5 ads every episode, and they're clearly making the company money. People got to relax with the hate. I don't get what, I mean, I guess, I don't know. You built in a sense of superiority if you hate on something. If you're like, I'm a fan of Barstool, I watch Barstool, so I think that I would do better if given the opportunity to do XYZ show. Maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't, but I think that there's like a pretty clear like parasocial, like kind of like I hate this person's content, so I think this person sucks thing going on. But I'm looking at some Hey Dudes right now. I'm pretty sure they're sponsored by Hey Dudes. Pretty sure they're sponsored by all the Twisted Teas that are all over the room, which are definitely big money sponsors. Okay. Hell yes. Going out to Chicago next week. That shit's going to be sick. We have a lot of content planned, okay? We're going to try to do 3 steak-offs out there. Have Big Cat lined up for a steak-off. Hopefully that's going to be against PFT. Have Dave, I was told by Austin, 99% for a steak-off. And if that happens, that will be against Rico. I'm really trying to make the steak-off thing happen. I also have Kirk and I think against Brandon as 3 steak-offs that we're going to shoot in Chicago. We're going to try to feed the streets. Also, earlier this week, I was going to try to shoot a Warm Ones with Dana and Francis. But Francis had a big drinking weekend, so he was unable to participate. So I'm shifting to, I still have to run this by Max, but I don't know why he would say no, but Dana and Max for a Warm Ones in Chicago. Dana and Max for a Warm One in Chicago. Out there very briefly. Gonna do as much fucking content as possible with the brothers and sisters out there in that office. And then we are also going to try to do something with Nick and Kyle, a competition against one of them, but we're struggling landing on what exactly that's going to be. What should I have Nick and Kyle do? I cannot do Warm Ones with them. They do not both drink at the same times. They're almost like different cycles of the moon. They can't both be drinking at the same time. Michelangelo versus Austin, rough and rowdy. Interesting stuff. I thought Austin, he rarely brings it up in content. He rarely puts himself out there. Incredibly well-spoken, incredibly incisive. If Austin is ever unleashed, you know that he's going to get right to the fucking point, and he'll have layers to his disses. Bro, they should just let Austin go at Crack Amico, extemporaneous. They should let Austin go at Crack Amico, no rhymes or anything like that. That is an intelligent individual, I will tell you that much. Intelligent and hardworking. They've got one with him. Nick and KB, kissing competition. You kiss to see both. Who's better? I'm talking about new content, okay? I'm talking about content that we have not already seen. Rone spelling KB versus Clicky. Did you react to the Crack Amigo song? Yes. Jesus Christ. I did. Do a top 10 of 10 best duos at the company. Did we do that? Oh, I have a social clip coming out. Something about that. A blind ranking of the best duos. That's coming out still, right? That's coming out soon. Bring your kids to work day. No, I'm not going to do that. You guys are, I mean, not the RoneDotCom fans, but in general, Barstool fans are pretty much animals. I've seen like horrific things said about people's kids in here. That makes me very gun shy about ever even posting my kids online. But I also want to be able to be a normal human being who can like share my life with the world and my friends online. I don't know if I need a Finsta for it, but people are weird and fucking vicious, and I think that's some of that same parasocial stuff I was talking about. So I will not be subjecting my kids to that too much, only in very small doses. Nick versus KB, most famous person in phone, have to have them FaceTime. I want to see them do something tangible. Cup stacking. I liked the idea of kissing. When they did the gene toss, something like that, you know, Family Guy trivia, something. I want it to be physical. I want it to be physical. Rone lives life with joie de vivre. Rone lives life with joy of life. Okay. I appreciate that. I sure do. I love being alive. There's truly nothing like it. It's the best option of the two. When are you in Chicago? That's going to be next week. Do I have a favorite twin? That is the worst. Let me go ahead and blind rank the worst comments / questions that I get out of two. Number 2 is who is your favorite? Everybody always asks that, and I don't know if it's a joke or Nate hit me with it the other day, and I think that it's just like the lowest level of thought thing that you can ask, and I don't know why someone is even fishing for that. But the worst thing is when you get spotted out in the wild and someone's like, double trouble. And then I get a double barrel shotgun and I wrap it around my head and make a noose out of it and then put the barrel into my mouth before I realize that I do have 2 great things to live for, 2 beautiful children to live for. So I unwrap the gun, Elmer Fudd style, take it out of my mouth, Elmer Fudd style. Double trouble. People will love to be like, double trouble. I'm 120 years old. Double trouble. In the fucking supermarket. Double trouble. What? Shut up. But somehow, it's the easiest thing to say. It's like a paradox. Someone came up to me, it's like, oh, you got your hands full. And I started to say it, I was like, double, and then I almost had to, again. But luckily, I was able to restrain myself. It is just like, I guess, I don't know, people don't see a lot of twins and they don't realize that people always get the same comments, but double trouble. And now at this point, I'm just going to get double trouble everywhere I fucking go. Double trouble. Nick vs. KB wet t-shirt contest. I've imagined that a million times, and KB always wins, okay? Wet pant contest, though, Nick always wins. So, double trouble. Rone, embrace debate. Big Cat does too much. Quantity does not equal quality. Dude should take a vacay and reduce exposure. Disagree. Big Cat doing so much is the reason that they are able to have that office. Big Cat doing so much is the reason that they're able to hire so many people, to have all of these extravagant vacations that their office goes on together. I just got the Barstool Chicago email that they're taking an office trip to Sandals, Jamaica, that their entire office is invited to Sandals, Jamaica. If Big Cat doesn't work so much, they're not able to get their hair braided at Sandals, Jamaica as an entire office together. He busts his ass, and there really is not, like, I've gone through that mental war with myself where I'll say, oh, I'm overexposing myself, I'm doing too much. There's not really an overexposure. Like, maybe people, like, I guess, want to be Caleb and just put out a 4-minute video one time a week, 32 weeks a year or whatever it is, but you're not able, the average content creator is not afforded that luxury. You have to grind, and Big Cat grinds. And that was emblematic from the time he started blogging, from the time he started PMT, where he's like, we're going to do 3 episodes a week at heinous hours. And they're going to be long-ass episodes. Then adding the yak, then doing everything that he does. He grinds his ass off. And because of that, the lights stay on. Because of his dedication. Just because you are overexposed to him. And I appreciate the super chat, John Smith. And I appreciate the great, the Embrace debate. that doesn't mean that the average person is overexposed to him. That like his star is still rising. He's still being exposed to more people. His following is still going up because people are seeing his new content every day because he always has something for people to see. You can't just make a piece of content and be like, yeah, I'll fucking coast off this for a while. He busts his ass all the time. And yeah, like if anybody is searching for a someone to aspire to be as far as work ethic at Barstool Sports, he is like the one and only person. I don't think anybody works harder than him. Period. Do I think that he should take a vacation, though? I definitely think that he has earned a vacation. But I also think that he has the kind of mind that doesn't shut off, where I think that almost on vacation he probably would do a show or something like that, or he would be grinding or thinking of content ideas. But he's also a real person who has a family, and he has friends surrounded by, and so he has his real life. And I wish him as many vacations as he wants, but do I think he should work less? God, no. Imagine what would happen to this place. They're already closing the New York office. They have to close the Chicago office too, bro? That would be brutal. That wouldn't be right. So we have all the stuff coming out from Chicago. We have the dozen coming up next week. That's going to be tough. I have Kirk on the case trying to figure out whether surviving is happening. Nick versus KB fit off. Am I doing a case race? No, but I'm doing warm ones. I don't think they're doing a case race. Are they doing a case race? I haven't heard about one. He does one long vacation after the Super Bowl. Okay. No, New York is not closing. And that was a joke. Okay? And I always find that jokes are funnier when you have to explain them and say that you're joking. I always find that that's kind of the key to unlocking a good joke. But no, New York office is not closing, Roosta. Closing NY leak? No. A joke. Which I hope to still have permission to do on this show. And nothing about the Jews so far on here. The best jokes have a bit of through. I think you meant to say truth, but you wrote TROUGH, and that is the worst misspelling of truth I've ever seen in my life. I haven't seen many. Rone, I have so many ideas for human versus laser. All right. Bella Garcia, thank you so much. Hit us up. Give us the ideas for human versus laser. Jew York. Only Kirk isn't allowed to make jokes. I think that people are allowed to make jokes, and if people make lazy jokes, you're also allowed to call them out for having the joke suck. Like, just because people are allowed to make jokes doesn't mean that you can't be like, that joke sucked. And then people don't get a get out of jail free card for just being like, well, I was just joking. It's like, yeah, well, I was just telling the truth. Your joke sucked. And I think that probably should have been the crux of Dave's argument. Rone, how do I feel about Elon versus Trump? Don't care. Do not care. Saw a Jew splash at 3, call it Ark of the Covenant. That's fire. Saw a Jew splash at 3, call it Ark of the Covenant. That's fire. See? That's good Jew content. Good Jewish content. That's a good joke, Egan. Did you write that, Egan? See, Egan has some writing chops to him, which I appreciate that. Maybe we should get Egan. Would you ever blog? You would? You should blog, Egan. Or maybe like do a long form podcast that's all written, like a pre-written podcast. People do that. People write out every word of their podcast. Search Engine, one of my favorite podcasts. I'm pretty sure the dude just writes an entire podcast and just reads it. Maybe that could be you, Egan. This is what I want to do, bro. I want to do a show with all the interns coming in here, and I want to have it be called Supervised Chatter, okay? And I want the interns to have a chance to try content on their own. And we could sit them here, fishbowl style, Mook Can't Sleep style, the Yak style, and have them have a conversation that they lead themselves, a conversation that they think is the best content possible. And I'll sit kind of silently in the corner in, like a cuck chair, with a light over me and a snifter of some type of alcohol. And I won't really weigh in too much, but from time to time I'll be like, why did you say that? Why are you saying that as content? Why are you saying that? Maybe I'll bring in World of T-shirts. How did you come up with your twin boy names? Wife is 33 weeks pregnant with twin girls. Need help from the GOAT. I picked names that I didn't know anybody that had those names because I didn't want my children's names to remind me of people I already knew. I wanted them to be individuals. Rone, you got me out of a panic attack with your show today. All right. Basically, they're calling me Xanax. They're calling me Big X, the plug. They're saying that I have fucking Xanax flowing from me. Usually it's caffeine. Usually I'm bringing people up with the energy. But the panic attack, maybe I just yap my way out of a panic attack. Hands full, hearts full. Rone, you should play Sass's stepdad on tires. Sass isn't on tires. He never will be on tires. I was talking to Steve Gerben this morning. I wanted him to come on the show. I wanted him to promote tires on this show, which is smaller than tires. But somehow I wanted to trick him into coming on as if I was going to use him to promote his show, which is already like #1 on Netflix. But he said hit him back up next week. So maybe we'll try and get Gerbies next week from Chicago. But I imagine being in Chicago, I will have lots of different things that I could chew on, people that I can chew on. Can you get Brandon Walker to DM me back? No, definitely not. Rone, have you ever done stand-up? Yes. Sting Stang, never. Okay. Perky Rone, facts. I wish I was off the perkies, bro. That's what Kratom's for, though. Rone, have you talked to Big Cat about his extremely impressive way of keeping his family life separate from the spotlight? Does he have any valuable insight? I haven't talked to him about that specifically, but I know his family. I think he does do an extremely impressive job of that. I think that's very important. I think that he knows what he wants to do with that. I think the worst thing that you could do with keeping your family life as separate or not separate as you want is to not have an idea of how separate you want to keep it. Like, he has a plan and he's sticking to his plan. I think some people kind of get ahead of their skis and like some stuff will start coming out and they're just like, okay, my kids are just going to be part of content now fully. Like, I was shooting an ad a couple weeks ago for Microsoft Copilot, and I had the kids in, and I was like, I don't think that I want to do this. I don't want the kids to be in an ad. Like, that felt weird to me. And so it's like, okay, I've figured out what my plan is and I'm kind of sticking to that. They're not going to be completely separated, but I have the plan. But that is a good idea, and I would love to talk to him more about that. Rone, Caleb, and Donnie Does are the goats of Barstool. Facts. Did I just write that comment? Am I in the chat too right now? The fuck is that possible? Okay, let's get into some clips. Let's watch some clips, and I'll bless you guys with early dismissal today. Oh, wait, no, we have another clip that we need to show of the video that's coming out later on today. Wine for Slobs. Tyler, we have that, correct? We have to. Wine for Slobs. So what we did was we had the sommelier from 11 Madison Park come in. 11 Madison Park, I think at one time was rated as the best restaurant in all of New York City, a fine dining establishment that has since gone vegetarian. Let me flex while I do this. A fine dining restaurant that has since gone vegetarian, and now while their vegetables are very good, bread is fantastic, but you can really go there for the wine. And our brother Nick, who is the sommelier there, came in and took us on a journey of Wine for Slobs. Here is an exclusive clip of Wine for Slobs, which will be coming out later on today. This is Meek Phil opening a bottle of wine.
Dumb here?
It couldn't have started any better.
The twist off.
Are they all twist offs?
It just, you need to really get in on it.
Well, I'm not strong here, so.
Careful of these glasses, right?
Yeah,
Just
good.
Get your legs on it.
Yeah.
Got like a sink or something I can run hot water under?
That's typically what you would do.
Well,
In
my wildest dreams, I didn't think
I just gave you a clue.
it would go quite like this.
The twist off is, I mean, no, I just think you're not gripping it hard enough.
I'm not a grip king. No, seriously, am I dumb? Like, what am I doing?
You got this.
Am I on the right path?
Well, that is the top.
Yeah, so you have a blade.
I don't know if you want me with a knife.
Meek, I just want you to know how badly I want to help you right now. But I don't
Let
think
him
I
figure this
should.
out. It's
Yeah.
kind of more of a
Teach a man to fish.
Yeah.
Is there like, okay, what do I do with this?
What's the sharper end of that? Like this side?
Yeah.
Maybe like around there.
I think the truth is, Meek, we need to let you
Figure this out. Well, congrats on your clip, Rone.
So the one hint, I'm not gonna put my hand on another man's bottle here, but the one hint I'll give you is
I don't feel safe.
I don't feel safe for him. Like if he bleeds out, we can't do the rest of this video.
Yeah. Very old.
Chipping away at it.
Okay.
Yeah. So the hint I was going to give you is that what you're twisting at is just the foil. You're just going to want to get that foil off. That's step one.
Okay.
Is this real life right now?
No, it's a double. There you go.
Perfect.
There you go. Well done. Very nice, Meek.
And then I know this, I use this.
Why don't you put that blade back so you don't have that?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
See, Francis, you just robbed me of a clip.
I'm sorry. I really don't want him to hurt himself.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't want to hurt anyone else.
Of all the wine-related things we planned, we didn't have medical staff
So
standing
we'll
by.
keep pushing down like that, and then.
I almost feel like you need to ask for consent.
Am I doing the right thing?
I mean,
This
is going to explode.
There's some leverage involved. Don't bend. There it is.
The cork has been pulled. And you know what? He didn't break the cork.
Yeah,
So
that was
say what you will.
perfect. Yeah, honestly, there's a lot of ways to skin a cat. Oh my God. Meek Phil is truly the gift that keeps on giving. W Meek for sure. Every part of that was incredible. I've never seen someone try to twist off a wine cork. And then when he started pulling it straight out, I was like, this is going to destroy it. Because you're usually supposed to put a little bit of piece of metal down and use that as leverage to pull out the cork. He brute strengthed the cork out of there. The most fascinating way I've ever seen a wine bottle opened, and I'm going back to the Smitty clip where Smitty put the wine bottle in the shoe, banged it against the wall, and the cork popped out. Meek is perfect. Meek is a specimen. Meek should be in charge. I'd like to see Meek making more high leverage decisions, but again, that's a guy who doesn't use any leverage. He'll go brute strength when he needs to. Watch that video later on today. That is going to be coming out this evening. My God, was it good. It was just Francis knowing a lot about wine, Lars knowing a lot about wine, me learning about wine, and Meek Phil being a beautiful bastard as he kind of just, you know, a baby giraffe just plopped out of his mama giraffe, and he just kind of stumbles around Earth as if it's his first hours ever being here. It is truly fascinating. Meek for president. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. And then before we get to a couple clips, before we get the fuck out of here, tomorrow we're doing another stream. Everybody, there's been a resounding positivity coming from the streams that we did about making theme songs for other shows at Barstool. So tomorrow at 1 o'clock on this channel, we are going to be doing theme songs for shows at Barstool, and we're going to do it live. We're going to stream it live. Last time we did a video and cut it down. This time we're going to stream it live. We're definitely going to stream it live. So more content coming for you guys this week. What shows do you guys think a second stream has hit the airwaves? Fucking facts, bro. What should I do? What do you guys think I should what should I do? What should I do? Why are you streaming at the same time as the Yak? I mean, I am not doing that intentionally. I think you could come back and watch the stream. I'll also be going until like 4 o'clock I don't know if the yak will be going that long. Cito, love that. Unnamed show needs one bad. Yak. After Dark could use a banger. Wake Up Mincy needs a bump, brother. Now you guys have me in my head about this yak shit. Should I go from like an hour later? Should I go from like 2 to 5 or something like that? Out and about sans Joey right now. Like a super like draggy thing. Now I'm in my fucking head. Office Gamer song. That would be fire. That would be super fire. Not gonna lie. It's almost as bad as my buddy trying to twist off a Corona with his arm. Carved his shit up. Oh my God. That must have been brutal. Just putting it in the crook of the fucking arm. Rone, go on. Kate until mostly. Anus needs the outro. People don't know that I was involved with the creation of that. You're good, Rone. I will still watch. Should I do it an hour later? Should I start it at 2? Then, I mean, I'm going to be going up against another show no matter what. I'm going to be going up. If I go early, I'll be going against Pick Central. If I go later, I'll be going against Fishbowl. Just fucking, yes, start at 5. I do have a family. I do need to go home at some point. Before we hit these, I also want to talk about Barstool Golf Time Supreme. How fire is that? Wait, there's a Barstool Golf Time app? Why is this the first time I'm hearing about this, Egan? This should have come across my desk significantly earlier. This is fantastic news. This golf season, if you're looking for an easier way to get on the course, we've got you covered because the Barstool Golf Time app makes it easy for golfers to find the best tee times at the best prices. The app development team has been working overtime on the Barstool Golf Time app? What the Yante? Stop searching all over Google for your next tee time or going through the hassle of calling courses. You can search multiple courses in your area from one app and get your tee time set up within seconds. Sounds fire. With every action that you take in the app, you will earn reward points, which can be redeemed for free merch in the Barstool store. We have a big promotion going on right now. Play at least one round of golf between now and July 13th through the Barstool Golf Time app, and you will be entered for a chance to win a free stay for you and up to 7 people at Riggs Cottage. Riggs is giving up his Pinehurst number 2 house. We talk about people making a lot of money, bro. This boy Riggs has to be fucking rolling in it. Oh my God, he's got a house that he's giving up as a reward for the people that use his app. That's insane. One hand will always wash the other. Goodness gracious. The more rounds you play, the more entries you get. All you have to do is get at least one round in, and you're eligible to win the golf trip of a lifetime. Come golf with us. Download the Barstool Golf Time app today. Download the Barstool Golf Time app today. Go ahead now. Fantastic. I got to get in there and check out Riggs Pinehurst. I got to check it out. Riggs hasn't invited me down yet, which is weird. I thought that Riggs and I had a really nice rapport, but I guess not. Gia versus Rone R&R? The fuck type of Andy Kaufman shit are you on, bro? Weirdo has things to say. RoneDotSass.com. RoneDotCom/sass, maybe. Maybe. Thoughts on the Knicks firing Tibbs, bro? Should I just give my thoughts on, like, the 2000 presidential election while I'm reporting on yesterday's news? What am I having for lunch? I haven't got that far. I'm about to do a walk with Frank the Tank. Frank Walks. That'll be coming up. Excited about that. I was on In the Slot this week. You can definitely watch In the Slot. Support some other Barstool content. And now let's get into some of the fun videos that we have. And we're definitely going to end with One Blood. We have to end with One Blood. Tyler, I'll go dealer's choice, watch a couple videos, have some fun, you know. Anything fun that we had on here. Any good shit that we had. You guys need a motocross scene. I somehow agree with that. He said he pranked his sister and his girl by saying that his sister is deaf. So his sister's sitting next to him. He told his girlfriend who's getting into the car that this sister is deaf. En español.
Hola.
¿Qué tal?
¿Qué tal? Muy bien.
Ella es mi hermana.
Hola. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Gabri.
Yo, Alba.
Encantada.
¿Y dónde quieres ir? Pues... a comer. ¿A comer? ¿Comer? A comer, ¿no? ¿El qué? una hamburguesa. ¿Hamburguesa? ¿Hamburguesa? Oh, me gusta a mí. Hamburguesa, me encanta. Pues vamos a comer una hamburguesa. ¿No?
Sí, una hamburguesa.
¿Y cuántos años tienes? 20. ¿20? Yo 23. 2, 3. Qué maja es, ¿eh? Es muy buena.
Sí, sí. Además es de nuestra edad casi, ¿sabes?
Sí, 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 por eso, es muy buena.
Sí.
Que eres muy guapa.
So fucking good. Oh my god. The one girl thinking that someone is deaf, and so she just shouts at her and then just says full words. Both of them just thinking the other one is fully special needs. Unbelievable stuff. Shout out to Syed Nakivi. And you know what I mean? Usually that $4.99 comes with you say something, ask a question, but you're just dropping cash. That's actually the richest thing. You want nothing. There's no quid pro quo. You want nothing and get everything in return somehow. Shit, shout out Spanish too. You got out all, yeah, you honestly, they were very straightforward. I want a hamburger. When do you want a hamburger? How old are you? I'm 23, I'm 20. That shit is, I mean, Spanish too, it really teaches you all of Spanish. I think Spanish-speaking people, for the most part, just speak in Spanish too. Like, I think that that's like where their wheelhouse is. I think that they're just like, where is the library? I want sausage and lobster. Like, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Quiero salchicha y langosta. I feel like that's all they fucking... if you know that like, kind of baseline of shit, you're pretty good to go. Hamburguesa. What else do we have, Tyler? What else do we have? Any classics? Hilarious reaction to this bull that realizes that there are cows. Shout out to this fucking horny-ass bull. When you go... Fucking coos are that way. Fucking yes! Yo! What the fuck? When you go... This guy's accent. Fucking coos are that way. Yo! What the fuck? See, that's the energy I need Kadik to have on Summer House. That's how I need Kadik to be behaving. I need him to see some baddies and be like, yo, girls, what's your... I don't need him to be chill with in a hammock. I need to be like, yo, are you guys trying to fuck right now? Bro, shout out to the bull. Shout out to the fucking bull, bro. Me when I've been retaining seed. I feel that. That's got to be a criminally horny. Egan needs to donate $25. No, he doesn't need to do that, bro. I didn't give away any cash this week. Or any high-value business cards. Let's watch a couple more. Let's watch just a couple more on some fun shit. So
what's gonna be your new whip?
I got an Audi.
Damn! Oh, damn!
Which one? A5? Huh?
Used.
I8?
Used.
That's just smart. What year?
2020.
Pay cash or what?
Yeah, I had.
Oh!
Hey!
How much money do you have in your bank account?
Not a lot anymore.
DJ, can we get the MSRP on a Q3 Audi from 2020?
Let's pull that up. Oh, it's a mom car. Oh my God, Zach. I thought you were talking like I thought it was gonna be like a 2-seater.
No.
Oh my God, I could go back to that clip forever. That's so fucking funny. He leveled. He didn't even mean to. He wasn't like, oh, I'm about to fucking destroy Hank. It was like Cullinane's son calling someone fat. Like, he just accidentally probably said it. He was just like, oh, it's a mom car. Oh, you're fat. Like, oh, yeah, like he wasn't like, there was no malice involved, which makes it more malicious somehow. Body bagged his ass. I wonder if Hank is still, I think, didn't Hank like sell it right after that? Didn't they catch Hank crying in the bathroom with the shower here right after that because he was so embarrassed after he got absolutely leveled, after he got fucking bodied? Oh my God. Can we watch the Black birthday song and then can we add with one heart? Just two more. I just saw Frank get back.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You look good. You look fine.
I mean, I could watch this all day. Oh my fucking god, it's so good. Do you think I could get the people in the office to sing like that? Just everybody together whenever someone has a birthday. Do you think you could even keep a good rhythm like that? People will kind of come people will come at me sometimes, be like, Rone, you want to be black. And I'll point at a video like that and be like, yeah, I do. Did you see that shit? Did you fucking watch that shit? Did you feel that? Did you feel in your cockles, in your bones, in your skin, the hair on the back of your... Did you not feel what I just felt watching that? That shit was awesome. We get happy birthday to... That sucks. That sucks ass. You ever realize that whenever someone has to sing that at Applebee's, that everybody hates their life? That sucks. Now imagine if your auntie was singing to you like that and clapping like that. You look good. You look... That's better. That's a better version of what we're doing over here, okay? And now the cat's out of the bag. And now we're going to have, like, the white kids at Ole Miss who were swag surfing last year hitting that happy birthday song. I'm cool with it. I will appropriate that culture. I'll be stealing that. Let's end on a strong note. One blood, one heart.
No way, my brother.
One blood.
Long time no see, Rastafari.
Me don't know with him on down the mama the hype for me. Every time me look for you, I can't cry, baby. Moonshine, darling, take off the drag. Let me go to bed. One blood, one heart, one destination. Me don't know what me I do.
One more time, and then we get the fuck out of here.
No way, my brother.
One blood.
Long time no see, Rastafari.
Me don't know with him on down the mama the hype for me. Every time me look for you, I can't cry, baby. Moonshine, darling, take off the drag. Let me go to bed. One blood, one heart, one destination. Me don't know what me I do.
I mean, it doesn't get better than that. Does it get better than that? He looks like a white dude somehow. Yeah, somehow something about like his eyes, his glasses, even how he like leaned in like a lunch lady. So funny. So fucking funny. So good. Okay, I wanted to go short today. I barely even did go short. Sure enough, though, we will have another video coming out tomorrow. We'll have another video coming out tonight. We'll have another live stream coming out tomorrow. We're just going to be flooding the internet. Please subscribe. Please upvote the stream. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for even watching this entire thing. Please comment on the actual video. Please like and upvote. It is such an easy way to help make this happen. All I want to do is make more content for everybody. Thank you for rocking with me. One blood, one heart. See you guys tomorrow.